This is Matthew Kratter's Bitcoin University. Today I want to talk about some more bad news for Ethereum. Now, Ethereum recently celebrated a birthday, as Vitalik tweeted, "Happy 9th birthday, Ethereum. Looking forward to seeing what the next decade brings." How time flies. It was just 9 short years ago that the founders of Ethereum printed up loads of free money for themselves and their foundation. Ethereum, as everyone knows, had a notoriously large pre-mine, 70%, and they've been dumping it on naive investors ever since in order to raise money, and now we know why. Someone noticed on August 23rd that the Ethereum Foundation had just moved 35,000 ETH, approximately $94 million worth of ETH, from their address to Kraken to sell it. People got a little bit upset online, and then Aya Miyaguchi from the Ethereum Foundation told everyone, "This is part of our treasury management activities. The Ethereum Foundation has a budget of $100 million per year, which is largely made up of grants and salaries, and some of the recipients are only able to accept fiat. This year, there was a long period of time when we were advised not to do any treasury activities due to the regulatory complications. Ethereum knows very well that it is a security, it has a centralized issuer, etc. So they're being very cautious for a while there. They were not able to share the plan in advance. Also, this transaction is not equal to a sale. There will be planned and gradual sales from here on. So they'll be gradually dumping this ETH on retail investors. And it looks like their annual budget has jumped quite sharply from $41 million in 2021 to around $100 million this year. As Alex Gladstein points out here, $100 million a year is insane. There must be so much grift and waste. Bitcoin, free and open source, annual funding is in total is a small percentage of that, and I would agree with Alex here. If Ethereum is actually a commodity, also it's a pretty weird one. It has a leader, it has a roadmap, it has a foundation, it has $100 million worth of annual funding driven by dumping the pre-mine. I've never seen something like that for real commodities like crude oil or soybeans. You have corn, soybeans, crude oil, gold, and then you have these pre-mined tokens controlled by a multi-sig and a Cayman Foundation. As you would expect from a crypto with a large pre-mine that's run by a living founder, much of the Ethereum community cares nothing about decentralization. Ethereum sheeple like having a leader that they can follow around, and in fact many are actively begging for Vitalik Buterin to be replaced with actually a stronger leader rather than more decentralization. This is a tweet from QW. Ethereum needs a stronger, pragmatic, wartime leader. All the other problems that you think Ethereum has are not the root cause, but merely symptomatic of the lack of this person. So I guess Ethereum is really nothing more than a person, and it needs a wartime conciliary. Add to that the endless hard forks that Ethereum has gone through. For example, after the DAO hack in 2016, Vitalik forked the chain in order to help his buddies get their money back. And then on September 15th of 2022, Vitalik presided over what was probably the most foolish decision of all time. Ethereum swapped out its plain engine mid-flight, moving from a proof-of-work consensus mechanism to a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism, and the market's collective judgment of this move has not been favorable. It's gone straight down since September 15, 2022 when this happened, and it's hitting fresh new lows as I'm recording this. So the long-awaited flippening, when Ethereum would end up with a larger market cap than Bitcoin, has turned instead into a truly dreadful floppening, as ETH has not just failed to surpass Bitcoin in market cap, but has fallen further and further behind, unfortunately, for Ethereum holders. If you're enjoying this video so far, I just pause here to ask you to help to support the channel. Hit the subscribe button. That's the most important thing. Really helps with the algorithm. It helps to get this message out. Hit the like button. Leave a comment, suggestion, topic for a future video. Share this video with a friend or family member. And then also you can leave a tip. You can leave a super thanks. There's some buttons below. Or you can click the join button, get some emojis, get a couple free videos every month. Hope springs eternal in the highly regarded Ethereum community, which never ceases to be jealous of their more successful older brother, Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin got its own spot ETFs, little brother wanted one too, and really hoped that that would turn things around. The Ethereum community was initially so excited about what a spot ETH ETF would do for Ethereum, as we can see here with the Bankless guys, as the ETH spot ETF is being approved.
We were about to log off. I can't deal with another false alarm, David.
It's approved.
Shut
It's
up. Let's
Shut
fucking
up!
go! Let's
Yes!
fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go!
So that was July 23rd when the Ethereum spot ETF was approved, as we saw in that video right here in the chart, July 23rd, and ETH has only lost more and more value against Bitcoin since that date. Now, there have been many explanations for this continued decline. One of the less convincing explanations has been that Vitalik got a girlfriend. There are lots of rumors online and lots of pictures. There's even this article, Did Vitalik Buterin's girlfriend stall Ethereum development? I think this is a great reminder of why it was such a blessing that Satoshi left Bitcoin early on. Neutral money cannot have a living, active founder who can be bribed, corrupted, or otherwise influenced by governments, or even by a girlfriend who wears a matching cat purse. ETH has lost about 45% of its value against Bitcoin since the merge, so it's no wonder that sentiment in the Ethereum community keeps getting worse, especially in the midst of this bull market. You would expect other cryptocurrencies to be outperforming Bitcoin, but instead Bitcoin is slaughtering them, especially slaughtering Ethereum. Now even some of Ethereum's biggest supporters are beginning to panic, like the Bankless guys who we just saw in that video, who have led their followers like sheep to the slaughter, first by selling them a Bank DAO token that went down 99.99% before being delisted, so I can't show it to you, but I've showed it in previous videos. It basically went to zero and they pocketed the money. Now they're beginning to realize that they may have also wrecked their followers with ETH. This is David Hoffman. So riddle me effing this. DA is going to zero, execution is going to zero, MEV is going to zero. And here's the important point. Then where are we getting economic sustainability from? Very good question, because no one really wants Ethereum anymore. We're seeing the biggest pileup of ETH futures, shorting Ethereum since December of 2022. Really nothing can save Ethereum at this point, unfortunately. You can put as much lipstick as you want on this dying pig, but it's still going to be an ugly premine pig that's actively cooperating with US government censorship. We can see here that over the past 30 days, 44% of Ethereum blocks have been enforcing US Treasury OFAC compliance. This is not exactly what you'd expect a cypherpunk coin to look like. So if you're still holding any ETH, you may be the dummy at the poker table. Vitalik and other insiders have been dumping on you since 2016. Unlike Satoshi, who never moved or sold a sat, very early on, Vitalik had so much confidence in his project that he immediately dumped 25% of his coins in April of 2016. And now even he's beginning to realize that there's a circular quality to Ethereum, where Ethereum is this speculative asset that is used as collateral for other speculative assets. And the real question is where the yield comes from. As Vitalik points out in this recent tweet, this worries me because it feels like an Ouroboros. The value of crypto tokens is that you can use them to earn yield, which is paid for by people trading crypto tokens. That is a big circular problem. This is what the Ouroboros looks like. Basically a dragon or snake eating itself in the way that Ethereum is eating itself. So against this dire backdrop, it makes sense why Ethereum has not hit a new high against Bitcoin in over 7 years. The last new high made against Bitcoin was back in June of 2017. And it's really been trending down for the past few years and should continue to trend down forever. Ethereum is yet another example of how everything goes to zero against Bitcoin. You can petition the regulators to call ETH a commodity. You can give it a spot ETF. You can even find Vitalik a girlfriend to try to distract him from Ethereum and give him something else to fork instead of Ethereum, but you can't stop an inferior form of money from losing market share to a superior form of money. Ethereum is dying as we speak. The world is healing. So if you're still holding ETH at this point, please understand that you are the exit liquidity. You're the dummy at the poker table who's hoping to pay $100 million worth of salaries and grants every year. The Ethereum Foundation thanks you for your sacrifice, or maybe they don't. Of course, if you're tired of losing and losing and losing and watching Bitcoin win, you can still come over, join the winning team, dump your ETH and get some Bitcoin instead. I can guarantee you'll sleep so much better at night knowing that you own a piece of the most valuable asset in the solar system. If you want a fuller background on the very dirty history of Ethereum, I'd refer you to Richard Dick Whitman's video thread here where he goes through the history of Ethereum from the pre-sale, and he's got some really wonderful videos here if you want to do a little bit more in-depth dive into all the problems with Ethereum's origin and with its development. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video, and let me know your questions and comments in the comments section below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.